Hey Scorpio, it's Rebecca from Being Human Tarot here with your February 2019 reading. This month I'm reading with the Fountain Tarot, so if you end up enjoying the illustrations on that deck, I'll be sure to post a link below so you can check it out. And for 2019, one thing that I really want to do that I did not get around to doing for February's videos is mix up the format of the readings, and by format I mean the spread that I'm using. And so for the purposes of February's videos, I'm going to stick with what I've done in the past, which, as a reminder, is a 3-card reading with the first card indicating what to focus on this month, the second card indicating what to set aside for the month, and the third card indicating just an additional consideration for the month. So that's what I'll be doing here in just a second, but hopefully in March's videos, look for something new, something different for 2019. So I've already shuffled and laid out your cards. And the first card you have for your focus, Scorpio, you drew the Tower. A lot of people feel discomfort with the Tower. It's signifying rapid change, upheaval, discomfort, just like, it's your house burning down, metaphorically, and potentially literally, because we're all going through different things, but I hope none of your houses are burning down literally. But, sorry, that was awful. And very alarmist of me. I was trying to make a joke, but it was terrible. So, sorry, my throat is a little scratchy. What you're looking at this month as a focus of the Tower is, I was gonna say leaning into this, but I feel like I'm really over the phrase lean in, and I feel like it's been kind of bastardized for a lot of things that it doesn't mean. But so I'll simply say, as much as possible, embrace this experience, because the Tower doesn't happen casually. The Tower happens intentionally, even if it doesn't feel that way for our lives, and it's always necessary. It's always necessary as like a purging and a cleansing to just rid us of something quickly that we may not have been able to do in any other way. Maybe we had opportunities to move on from something and we didn't, and we chose not to. And so then the Tower has to kind of come in and be like, all right, now you're done. So it's necessary. And there's also different levels of it. Not everyone is going to be, experiencing the absolute worst version, which I kind of like, not very sensitively, joked about a literal house burning, but that could be like, that is the absolute worst, kind of like, example, an example of one of the worst situations. Most people will not experience anything like that. But it could be, any number of things, and I won't list all of them because I feel like I've already been like super alarmist in this video for some reason, and not sensitive to how this can be an intimidating card to pull. But I just want to emphasize that it's not necessarily a complete tragedy for our lives. It could be something on a smaller scale that's still an uncomfortable upheaval. So just keep that in mind, and forgive me for kind of like opening with this card not in the best way. So I'll leave the focus at that. For your set aside, you drew the Six of Swords. And as a set aside, particularly with your focus of the month being the Tower, the cards are really telling you to not try to run from it. As you can see, there's a couple here in a boat taken off, fleeing, whatever place they were in the hopes of something better, it's not the time. There are plenty of times when taking off, for a break from something or more permanently, but taking off in this kind of way makes sense for us, especially when we're enlisting the help of someone else to do that with us. Maybe someone wiser, maybe someone who's just, not wiser, but is a friend and a confidant. But it's in your set aside because you're gonna have to let things just be what they are, and you can't run away from it. It's gonna be a little bit challenging. I'm not going to candy coat it. And then in your position of additional consideration, you drew the Queen of Cups, which is a beautiful card, just in general, but in particular for this spread, or not spread, but for your reading for this month, because you're kind of wanting to, in the Six of Swords, I know it's a sword card, but you're in a body of water. You're like craving that retreat, that emotional retreat. And, you're a water sign, of course, Scorpio. Emotions and water, and that's your suit. It's where you're comfortable. And so although you're not being called to live in a Six of Swords place this month, you are being called to embody the Queen of Cups. Meaning that you're going to be doing a lot of inward self-work. It's going to be some deep shit. Most likely in kind of tandem with what you're going through here, you're going to be reflecting on what the situation was, what it meant to you, what it means now that it's gone. Or I should say the original situation was that the tower kind of took apart. But the Queen of Cups is so powerful and so intuitive that you completely have this situation under control. And also to keep in mind, we don't get the tower unless we need it and we're ready for it. So even if it feels like you're not ready for this change that ends up happening, maybe you already know what it is, or maybe you haven't identified it yet, maybe it hasn't come your way yet, but once it does and it's more apparent, just know that you wouldn't be given it unless you could take it on. You're stronger than you think, but you also know, you're Scorpio, you're strong. I don't feel like I need to butter you up on that way. I think that you already know that. And, you're going to be the Queen of Cups. You've got it. You're going to be in tune with yourself emotionally. And maybe even for others this month, maybe you'll be able to help others. If there's other people in your life who are maybe also involved in the same situation because they're, family members, significant others, you're going to be able to lean on each other, and then in particular lean on you because you're very strong here as the Queen of Cups. It's a great place to be. That the tower makes a lot of people uncomfortable, but with that Queen of Cups placement, you're bringing so much strength to the situation. So that's your reading. I hope you found it useful, even if you didn't fully love it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. I upload the videos before the first of every month, and if you subscribe and then hit the bell icon, you'll be automatically notified as soon as I upload those videos, so you won't have to kind of guess or check in. It just makes it really simple. And that's it, Scorpio. Have a great month, and I'll talk to you next month. Bye.